Hey, welcome to the Real Estate Podcast, where we talk about everything real estate related, sales and investments. I'm your host, Ngosan Kandu. I am the CEO and founder of Kingdom Real Estate Agency. Let us help you find your dream property. Today, I am excited, thrilled to introduce a man who is a myth, the legend, Mr. Mumba Musunga.
Thank you, sir.
He is the portfolio manager of African Life Financial Services. I must make mention that this podcast is actually sponsored by African Life Financial Services. Mr. Mumba, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ngosa. Thank you for having me here.
Awesome. If we go straight into it, who is Mr. Mumba? Just give us a brief background of who Mr. Mumba is, African Life Financial Services, just a brief background of us too.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ngosa.
Sure.
Sadly, I'm not a myth. I'm very much
Yeah.
an ordinary person. But my name is, like you said, Mumba Musunga.
Sure.
I'm a portfolio manager at African Life Financial Services. What a portfolio manager does is that we're really much involved in the whole process of growing your wealth.
Okay.
Yes, so we are in investment advisory services,
Sure.
and our main goal and my main goal and my sort of background is growing wealth. So
Sure.
I'm trained as a chartered financial analyst, and pretty much been in the investment industry for the last 10 years.
Awesome.
And my main goal and my main objective in life is to just try and help our customers and our savers build more wealth in this country.
Awesome. Now that we've heard about what you do, who you are briefly,
Yes.
what is African Life Financial Services? You know, as we know, a lot of them will call it Half-Life, African Life Financial Service. What is African Life Financial Service?
So African Life Financial Services, or AFLife, like you
Yeah.
have just rightly said, we are Zambia's largest private pension fund management company. And what that means is that we manage pensions for a large number of businesses in Zambia.
Okay.
And a pension is something that's very important in life because this is all about growing your wealth. And ultimately, what are you going to live on when time comes to retire?
Yeah.
So pension fund management in Zambia, in terms of the private space, we are the largest. We manage assets in excess of 11 billion kwacha, cutting across a wide range of clientele and services.
11 billion.
Yes, and we have been in business for the last 30 years.
Wow.
And we are a fully owned Zambian company, a majority owned Zambian company that is. And we are really just in this business to try and grow wealth and to try and improve the lives of our customers.
Awesome.
Yes.
What property investments does Half-Life offer or engage in?
All right. That's a good question. And where I sit at AFLife, I'm the property portfolio manager. And
Sure.
I love it when people talk about property.
Awesome.
It always gets me excited. At AFLife, not only do we offer property investment advisory services for our pension funds, some of our pension funds are the largest in Zambia in the private space. We also offer property investment advisory services for our retail clients.
Okay.
And we've created products
Sure.
for property investments so that the average person, you and me, or our mothers, our fathers, our family members can also find a way to invest in properties.
Okay.
So we offer advisory services. We also offer investment products so that you can take your hard-earned savings, your hard-earned product sort of wealth, and invest them into property.
Okay. If I'm getting you right,
Yes.
who is eligible? Are you indicating the employed, the business people, or is it just companies that have got the capacity to actually invest in big chunks?
Everyone is eligible. There is standard KYC checks. If you can open a bank account in Zambia, you are eligible to invest in our products. Our key flagship product for retail investors like you and me is called the Mpile Property Fund.
Okay.
It is part of our basket of Mpile Unit Trust.
Sure.
And the Mpile Unit Trust is a very promising product for the retail investors because not only can you invest in property where I sort of specialize in, you can invest in other type of investments like equities, like government bonds, like offshore equities, investments outside of Zambia, so that you can grow your savings pool and ultimately achieve the objectives that you do have.
Okay, I'm now having quite a lot of questions about this. Because now I'm thinking about this. I'm a real estate broker.
Yes.
And then with the little commissions that we get,
Yes.
this can be a saving mechanism for me, or possibly not just a saving mechanism, but a mode on how I can grow my capital or my savings, as it were. So now I just want to have an understanding of, if I make an investment with you guys, am I owning a stake of whatever property that you are actually investing in?
Yes. So to answer that question, I'll give you a bit of educational session right now.
Please. Sure.
So there are two ways you can invest in. Let's use property as an example.
Sure.
You can invest in property directly, and you can invest in property indirectly.
Okay.
So when you're investing in property directly, you are taking an active ownership in that property.
Okay.
So in Zambia, you'll get a title deed. It will be written with your full names, and you'll have a direct ownership stake in that property. Then there's an other form that we are aggressively trying to also push. It's called the indirect ownership model. In Zambia, you can actually allowed to invest as a pool of investors, a collective group of investors can come together and actually make an investment in a property. That would be done through a special purpose vehicle. In this instance, we're calling it in the Mpile Property Fund. And what the Mpile Property Fund is a collective investment scheme.
Awesome.
So you invest in properties indirectly, where your name might not appear on the title deed, but you do have legal rights to that. You'll find that when an investor wants to sort of build up a property, it might be something that requires a lot of capital. It might be something that requires a lot of technical advice, even just to build or buy a property. What the Mpile Property Fund does, it removes all of that headache for you. You are able to view and see access to the properties that we have invested in, and you can also participate in that. The Mpile Property Fund is currently open for new investors, and would like to have a discussion and see how the fund can help you achieve your long-term investment goals.
Now I'm getting interested. I'm getting interested. I don't know where the papers are for us to sign in, but what is the minimum? Let's talk about the minimum requirement or requirements of an investor. How much can I put in, and how long should I wait as an investor?
All right. So the Mpile Property Fund, part of our umbrella Mpile Unit Trust products, like I spoke of earlier, has a minimum investment size of 500 kwacha.
You mean 500 kwacha?
500 kwacha.
Okay.
Just for individual investors.
Okay.
So if you are sort of wanting to set up an investment account as an individual, or if you want to even set it up in trust for your children, you can actually create an account, and the minimum investment size is 500. If you are a corporate or a company and you have got savings and you'd also like to invest those savings as part of your business, the minimum investment size is 50,000 kwacha.
Oh, that is for the company or for corporate, right?
So we've tried to try and make it easier for retail investors to also try and reduce the investment size. Because it is a property investment, you also have to take into consideration that the investments are long term. So even as you come to the office and you try and speak to our advisors, make sure you just try and specify what are your investment objectives. When do you want access to the liquidity? When do you want access to exit? Because all those factors matter when you want to make important key investment decisions.